Welcome back, Hero Party. I just wanted to talk about Crimson Desert for a minute. I played 3 hours of it. It's not many hours. So everything that I'm saying, I don't know 100% the future of the game. However, as a person who is entering into the game, that's what I'm going to be talking about. And I see this everywhere. So I'm going to be talking about 3 things. Control mapping, my goodness. I'll talk about that for a little while. What's the story about, and immersiveness. Those are the 3 things. But I wanted to compare this game to games that it's trying to be. That's what it feels like. It's trying to be like Elden Ring in some way when it comes to the combat and like the immersiveness of the world. That's pretty cool. It's trying to become like Breath of the Wild, Zelda, 100%. There's a lot to that. I think it should play as Assassin's Creed Odyssey, so I'll be comparing it to that. And I'm going to even throw in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This is not an RPG game. It has the MMO, but it pulled the MMO thing out of it. So it's kind of like an RPG, but not really. So the story's kind of like not that immersive into the story itself, but the world, that's what's really going to be focused on. But now we got that out of the way. That's what we're going to be comparing it to. I just want to say this game is not bad at all. I think it's good and it has its bad, but I want to just focus on the bad a little bit because the bad is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. For a regular gamer like me, control mapping. Let's just start with that. First one, control mapping. My goodness, the control mapping is the worst I've ever seen in any game, and I'm not over exaggerating. It is really bad. X is jump. A, double tapping A is sprint. The L toggle, the left toggle, which is usually sprint in Call of Duty or Fortnite or any of that, is crouch. Or if you're on a horse, it lays the horse down. Wild, by the way. Why is that even a feature? I mean, it's kind of cool that they have features everywhere in this game. However, the controls are just bad. When you're trying to pick up an item, it's also X, but you gotta hold X. And you gotta also look dead on. So you gotta hit the LB button, which is like zooms in dead onto the thing and then pick it up. And sometimes it's just like little coins on the ground, and I literally spent like 10 minutes picking up coins, and it'll be 1 cent. So I'm picking up pennies off the ground. Like, what the heck? Like, and I'm also dead on looking at it, and sometimes it would mess up and it'll be like you jumped forward or all that stuff. When some stuff, when you open up like a chest, it's automatic. But I think there should be also a lot more automatic stuff in the game. Like, a lot more automatic stuff. Like, when you're on a horseback, you shouldn't be smashing the A button. You have to smash the A button, by the way. You have to smash it, which it doesn't really tell you. Maybe it does. But you have to smash the A button all the way. I don't know how that's really bad. Metal Gear Solid Snake, or Metal Gear Solid, I think it's like 7 or 8, I don't know, I think it's Phantom or something, that had pretty bad controls. And I played it back in the day, and I end up not playing it. I end up taking a break like you normally do as a normal gamer. You're like, hey, I want to play Call of Duty, I'm in the Call of Duty season, I'll come back to this game. And usually I do. So I did try to come back to Metal Gear, and I realized the controls are really bad. So that's why I'm a little afraid of when it comes to Crimson Desert if they don't fix the control map. You cannot change the controls. Like, I'm starting to think like maybe I gotta play some PC, because maybe spacebar is jump. I'm really considering that maybe W is gonna be jump. I'm kind of scared. I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, control mapping is really bad. It's probably the worst I've ever seen it. Like, you'll end up accidentally Sparta kicking a woman 50 yards. When you're just trying to pick up an item. It's actually horrendous, and it makes you pull out of the immersiveness of the game. It literally pulls you out, and so you're just trying to go and explore the city, but then you're like, frick, these controls suck, so I gotta double tap A when it should just be like automatic in some sense. Like, on a horseback, you shouldn't have to be tap A, and I know I said that already, but it should be automatic. Like, it literally should be automatic. Like, you're already gonna go quick. Like, you should hit A once and you're sprinting. You shouldn't be you shouldn't be mashing it. Like, why am I mashing it? It's so many other extra controls. And then doing so when you're playing like Breath of the Wild, like Zelda Breath of the Wild, when it's like you doing those puzzle pieces in the game, when the controls suck so bad, you're there for 40 minutes trying to figure out what am I supposed to do when it was just a click of a button. I literally spent 40 minutes not knowing what button to push, and then when it told me after I figured it out, because my brother on my stream told me in the chat, hey, I had to look this up. Like, and then when it did it, it said, hey, by the way, you can hit the knife button for COD, right toggle, and it punches the ground or something like that. I think it's crazy. Also, it didn't tell me how to lock on. Maybe it did, but it didn't tell me how to lock on. I learned after I played in like other reviews, because I was like, I cannot be the only one here. It is down on the D-pad. Down. Is this guy like a claw gripper or a left-handed guy? Like, I don't understand. Like, what does his controller look like? But this is way too early on. That's just a controller mapping. Maybe there's a reason why, but I think the devs are going to look at this and look at how many people have said the same thing about the control mapping and the fact that it doesn't give you other options. They're probably going to update that in the near future. I'm going to believe that they will. I'm going to really hope that they do. And hopefully I don't kick an ogre 100 feet or a woman that's just a maid cleaning a courtyard when I'm just trying to pick up a pot. Hopefully I get forgiven for that, you know. And mind you, they add controls to it. Hit LB and RB at the same time for this move, or hit RB and RT for a heavy attack. That's like that. Like, when you start adding stuff like that and the controls are already kind of rough, like, I should be able to just run up a wall, but I have to jump, or I have to hit X button, which is jump, and then move forward at the wall to begin climbing it. When I feel like it should be like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where I just run, and because I'm sprinting, if I go up a wall that I'm allowed to go up, I can go up it. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how Assassin's Creed Odyssey did really great. And I'm using Odyssey. I know other Assassin's Creeds do it, but Odyssey was one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds when it came to the new control mapping, all these different things. Like, I think they did a great job. And it's also, I think they did the same thing with Origins, but I didn't really play it. But anyways, that's beside the point. I want to go and move on to what is the story even about. I have no idea. I'm 3 hours in. Mind you, I'm 3 hours. So maybe the story will be better. Maybe the story. And I know it's not really people say it's not the focus. It's not the focus. Don't focus on the story. But I got to be in the world somehow, you know? You jump in. They're talking about the black bears constantly. I didn't see a single black bear. And I think it's a faction. I don't know. And they come in, we start fighting. Also, you can't lock on because I don't know how to lock on. And you start fighting, and then you die. Like, you get stabbed in the throat and chucked off into a river. And then you come back to life. Why am I back to life? Like, I don't know. Like, it didn't really make it that obvious. And maybe it did. Maybe it just said it, and I missed it. I don't know why I'm still alive, and I'm now cleaning a chimney for a woman. Like, I don't understand. Like, why am I doing these things? Why am I arm wrestling? Why is that? And I feel like, and I'll be moving this into the immersive kind of world now. When it comes to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and it comes to different games like that, they give you the main mission. Hans needs to deliver a message, but he got stopped and ambushed at a pond. But now you're poor. So that's why you're going to be doing these things, so you can go do that. That's the end goal, but it doesn't force you after it. Like, once you're out of it, it's like you got the open world, baby. You can do whatever you want. There's all these you can go find your dog, Mutt. You can go do all these different things. In this game, it doesn't do that. It tells you where to go. It throws you into the open world. You can explore, but like, you kind of want to keep moving forward in the project and everything, and you don't know the story. So why do I want to keep moving forward? And then literally all the missions are arm wrestle this guy in a bar, and then go 400 meters out of town, clean a chimney, and then go another 600 meters the other way again to go back into a place. And because you got appearance clothes from them, you can go into the castle now. And you go explore. This key unlocks this door, and now you're into some universe. Like, it seemed, even though it's trying to be immersive, it's forcing it. It's forcing it. And because the controls are also really bad, it's pulling you out of it every 2 seconds. It's like, I'm really in it. And then because I'm having a headache trying to pick up coins or explore because of that, now I feel like, it's not working out. I'm getting pulled out of the immersiveness of it. Now, this is only 3 hours. I'm going to give this more a try. I'm probably going to hit 10 hours. If I hit 10 hours, and I think it's really bad. Like, I can't really wrap my mind around these controls, or they don't even try to fix it in the near future. And I don't know the story, and I don't feel immersed in the world, then I'm gonna be really sad. I'm honestly gonna be really sad because this game looked amazing, and I think it's still pretty great. However, when you go up to an NPC, they think they're gonna be saying something, and then they say the most generic thing. So there's all these small things, and they add up. And I didn't realize how much I would love control mapping and auto controls. I didn't know how good I had it until now. Even most MMOs, funny enough, you don't have to pick up every single item there is. You can just walk by it, or look in the general direction and hit X and it picks it up. Like, it literally that's it. That's literally it. Anyways, guys, that is it. That's my 3 points. I don't know. Maybe some people can really help me out and understand it a little bit more, but I think a lot of people will agree with me. I've seen so many people talk about this. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, that subscribe button. We just hit 31 subscribers. That's awesome. That's crazy. So if you guys want some more, if you want some gaming content, go ahead and go over to Rocknet Gaming, because that's where I stream and that's where also I play video games. So have a good one. Goodbye.